and good evening. Here is the news at 6. First, the highlights. Governor Sanwo-Olu identifies a need to focus on non-oil alternatives to grow economy. Federal government sacks Pro-Chancellor, Federal University of Health Sciences, Otokpo, for misconduct. On the 14th, powerful storm hits Washington state, leaving thousands of homes without power. And in sports, Super Eagles, Ademola Lookman gets nomination for Serie A Forward of the Year. And now the details. I am Akan Usen. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has identified the need to focus on boosting the non-oil alternatives that will aid full diversification of the national economy. Governor Sanwo-Olu said this is more critical than ever as the nation grapples with the inevitable realities of macroeconomic reforms being implemented by the government. The governor stated this while delivering the 36th convocation lecture of the Yaba College of Technology, Yabatech, with the theme Developing Exportable Alternatives for Nigeria's Economic Recovery. He said decades of dependence on importation of finished goods and export of a single commodity had made foreign exchange the sole determinant of the nation's economic stability. Governor Sanwo-Olu emphasized the need to harness export potential and develop non-oil commodities market as the nation gradually makes its way into the phase of recovery, adding that this will balance the shortfall in foreign exchange earnings. Renowned social critic and human rights lawyer Femi Falana has commended Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and the General Manager of the Lagos State Neighborhood Safety Agency, LNSA, for their efforts to keep Lagos safe and secure. Falana gave the commendation during his visit to the headquarters of LNSA at Bolade Oshodi, acknowledging the efforts of the Lagos State government in the area of community policing through the agency. He expressed his surprise at the various equipment and manpower that the LNSA is using for community policing across the metropolis, promising to support the agency in its bid to get better and actualize its mandate. Earlier, the general manager of LNSA, Ifalade Oyekon, while welcoming the revered human rights activists to the agency, outlined the mandate and responsibilities of the agency. Oyekon said the strength of the agency lies in its spread and grassroots knowledge of the officers who effectively operate in their localities with the aid of advanced technologies. He also said the agency has widened its scope of operations with the establishment of the Marine Corps, Forest Rangers, and forensic units, among others. Human rights activist Musbao Akinyemi has emphasized the need for every citizen to stay focused and determined in order to move the nation forward. Akinyemi made this call at the launch of his book titled My Gains and My Loss in Activism, which coincides with the commemoration of his 35 years of activism and his 60th birthday celebration.
Today I'm very happy, man, because I'm alive today. Because this is 35 years, a lot has happened. A lot of water has passed through the ocean. A lot of fish have passed. 35 years, I thought that I'm alive today. Even though I lost my sight, I've not lost my sense. I not lost my thoughts. And I love to live out my country. So I continue fighting. I'm celebrating progress today. When I'm going to be 40, I believe my country will be a great nation.
Well-wishers and friends at the event described Akinyemi as an impregnable fighter of the less privileged citizens who is dogged in the fight for the masses. Akinyemi played a key role in the actualization of the June 12 movement. And now to the rest of the stories. The Minister of Education, Tunji Alausa, has announced the sack of the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of the Governing Council, Federal University of Health Sciences, Otokpo, Benue State, Oheku Salami, due to actions on becoming of office and violations of established procedures, according to a statement by the Director of Press, Federal Ministry of Education for Lashade Boriowo. The decision followed a series of unprofessional actions by Salami, including the suspension of the Vice Chancellor without following the prescribed procedures. The statement noted that despite interventions by the Education Ministry and formal requests to rescind the unlawful suspension, Salami refused to comply, resorting to abusive and threatening behavior towards the ministry's directors, including the permanent secretary. In line with the decision, the minister has requested the appointment of a new pro-chancellor and chairman of the governing council for the Federal University of Health Sciences, Otokbo, to restore proper governance and ensure the university operates in accordance with the principles of law, due process, and accountability. The federal government has commended the Republic of Ghana for reconstructing and formally handing over a property belonging to the Nigerian High Commission in Accra. According to a statement signed by the acting spokesperson for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Kimiebi Ebienfa, the ceremony took place earlier today. The building, a block of 4-bedroom flats, was demolished in 2020 by Ghanaian authorities, an act that was strongly condemned by the federal government. Following high-level diplomatic engagements, the government of Ghana pledged to rebuild the property, a promise that has now been fulfilled. Director of the Foreign Service Academy Lagos, Chimezie Ogu, who represented Nigeria at the event, received the property on behalf of the federal government. The minister also noted that the reconstructed building symbolized the spirit of cooperation and mutual respect that defines the relationship between the two West African nations. Nigeria described the gesture as a commendable act that reflects Ghana's commitment to fostering stronger bilateral ties. And now to foreign news. A powerful storm has attacked Washington state, knocking out power to hundreds of thousands while wreaking havoc on road travel and causing at least 1 death and 2 injuries. According to a local fire department, a tree fell on a homeless encampment in Linwood, ending a life while 2 people were injured when a tree fell on their trailer in Maple Valley, southeast of Seattle. Schools across western Washington canceled classes and postponed the start of school. The storm, with tropical storm force winds of 50 miles per hour and gusts around 70 miles per hour, felled trees and power lines overnight. It knocked out electricity to more than 600,000 homes and businesses in Washington, Southwest Oregon, and Northern California. And now sports. Super Eagles forward Ademola Lookman has been nominated for the Forward of the Year category at the prestigious Gran Gala del Calcio Awards following his outstanding performances for Atalanta last season. The 27-year-old, who is also in contention for the 2024 CAF Men's Player of the Year award, will compete against Inter Milan duo Marcos Thuram and Lautaro Martinez, as well as AC Milan's Rafael Leao, for the honor. Lookman's nomination comes after a remarkable season that saw him emerge as Europe's most productive attacking player in the later stages of the 2023-2024 campaign, registering 14 goals contribution from April onwards. That's all for the news at 6. Don't drink and drive. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. On X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration strengthened alliance with 200 representatives from various women-focused NGOs in the state as part of efforts to alleviate the economic plight of women residents in the state? You can get more details on the Lagos State government's website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has identified the need to focus on boosting the non-oil alternatives that will aid full diversification of the national economy. Minister of Education Tunji Alausa has announced the sack of the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of the Governing Council, Federal University of Health Sciences, Otopo, Benue State, Ohieku Salami, due to actions on becoming of office and violations of established procedures. We also told you a powerful storm has attacked Washington state, knocking out power to hundreds of thousands while wreaking havoc on road travel and causing at least one death and 2 injuries. And in sports, Super Eagles forward Ademola Lookman has been nominated for the Forward of the Year category at the prestigious Grand Gala del Calcio Awards following his outstanding performances for Atalanta last season. For contacts with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Adiswa Ejoyoka. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe. Good evening.